Now, we can't counter the conspiracy until the philosophy, until we acknowledge that there is a conspiracy. Because there's still many ones that don't want to even recognize that there is a conspiracy. What is this conspiracy? Well, this conspiracy, right, is the conspiracy to destroy black boys. And we're seeing this so overtly. The media is demonstrating this so openly. Now, in the first vid, and I hope you tweet out the video and you repost it, download it, and share it with others, and also give your response to whether you agree or disagree, because you might disagree because you're just ignorant, or you might know the truth and you're just diabolical, right? If that's so, then so be that right there. Your time is coming. I'll still say to you too, to repent, have a change of mind. It's about us having a change of mind. Now, of course, there's a sympathy for these young women, right? These young girls who have been kidnapped, and who knows what sort of god-awful, right? What sort of god-awful treatment they're being afforded right now in captivity with Boko Haram. But let us first of all deal with first things first. There is a conspiracy, right, to destroy black boys, and we see it in the media reporting. There's media silence. There was media silence when Boko Haram killed a whole class, I think 50 plus black males. They just slaughtered them. Right? Interesting that they don't slaughter the girls. Maybe they're going to use the girls as a bargaining chip, right? Because after all, Boko Haram means Western education is a sin. No, it doesn't. So why is it so difficult to deal with this situation? Because the name game, right? Because Boko Haram is not even their name. Their name connects them with this global so-called Al-Qaeda, or this global Islamofascism or Islamicism, right? It's something that needs to be understood in its proper context. So, see, there's a lot of overlapping issues, right? There's a lot of overlapping issues that if you don't understand one part of it, you're not going to really understand the next. And as Francis Cress Welsing said, if you don't understand racism, right, or white supremacy as racism, right? And now, once we'll say, well, it's black people doing it. You're always blaming the white man. And that is true that some do always blame the white man. But I blame black people, right, for their hard-headedness, their unwillingness to recognize the truth. You see, this is the image of black males, right? This is the black male image around the world. And many Afro-Americans or African-Americans, so-called, hyphenated, so-called, they think that this because they got bling, right? They got bling, diamonds. All diamonds are blood diamonds. All diamonds are, makes you feel bad because you got some diamonds. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Oh, you don't want to be free, so you're a slave indeed. There is a conspiracy, right, to destroy black boys, right? This all goes back to the Willie Lynch syndrome. This all basically connects with the Willie Lynch syndrome and the Willie Lynch speech. He said, reverse the order, reverse the order. I think I was at the point in the last vid, in the previous vid, right? And look, this is the image of black males, right? This is the image, right, of black males worshiping something white, right? Something white, not right, but something white. Isn't that interesting? Right? Now, AfriCom, how AfriCom is connected. Will AfriCom bite off more than they can choose? Is AfriCom a double-edged sword, or will it be used as a double-edged sword? Well, they have a scheme, and Jah has a scheme, and Jah is the best of schemers. Let's note that. I want to talk about the women's liberation movement too. Well, here's what we have going on: the eagle coming to the rescue, Because after all, Nigeria and the Nigerian schools and the Nigeria is a gun-free zone, right? Except for the terrorists, right? Except for the terrorists. Now we see Mrs. Obama here, the First Lady of the United States, right? With such a touching face, you know, like as far as she has real affect and empathy. And she's also carrying the hashtag bring back our girls. Even something strange with that title, it sounds innocent enough. Bring back our girls. Kill our boys. We're not going to even say peep about that, right? It should have been bring back our children, really. Right? Bring back our children. They can't bring back the boys that they have killed, but it should be bring back our children. There should have been something in the media. There should have been some response. Oh, it did not go viral. Well, why is this going so viral? Is the whole bring back movement, the bring back our children, bring back slavery? You know what I'm saying? Is the whole bring back movement, is this a PsyOps? Is this in itself a PsyOps? Well, what is a PsyOps? A psychological operation. Are we being operated on psychologically? I mean, how can you stand against this? I mean, what can you say against this? Don't bring them back. So that means you're on the side of the terrorist, right? But why now? Why now is all of this going on? What's the connections? Just the days that we're living in? Shake your head because it's so empty. Shake it a little bit. Shake your head so it rattles a little bit. You understand? Maybe something will rattle around the right way. No, you have to put something in there, right? The facts, the truth, the evidence. Don't be so quick to just emote on this. Because even myself, when I first saw this, and it bothered me. Of course it bothered me. You could hear it in the other videos. I didn't know what to even say to it. You understand? Because already knowing what the fate of the girls most likely will be. I was just so shocked that a lot of this basically became public. Boko Haram took responsibility, said we're going to sell the girls in the market, you know, so forth and so on. And it was like, wow. Because see, many of us have studied these issues. Now they're putting it right there in your face. But why now? Because of this emotional response. I mean, even the celebrities are getting into it. But Angela Jolie, you might have to get some pics. I don't think we have any pics right here downloaded of her. You know who I'm talking about, Angela Jolie. You know, y'all say she got black lips or whatever. She's the one who adopted, I think, the Ethiopian girls, and her and her husband, or the guy she lived with, the actor, you know, they adopted some black children, Ethiopian children, so forth and so on. Oh, they are so nice, so wonderful, so forth and so on. Okay, boom. But when she got on the air, she's now talking while she's promoting this demonic movie, right? This Maleficent or Malevolent or something like that. Maleficent, you know, like malevolent and magnificent, you know, kind of a mix of words, right? Kind of a double speak. Bring back our girls, right? Some add to that, bring back our girls alive, so forth and so on. But the issue of the woman becomes a woman issue. Notice how this is interesting. They have killed, right, black boys, and there has been no media reporting of it. There's been no media outrage. And then we have Angela Jolie, who gets on the air. And what does Angela Jolie basically says? She says, this is men. Men are always doing this. Men. So she's driving home the feminist issue. There was an article that came out, I think, in the UK Guardian, where one of the reporter or writer was talking about how the feminists aren't saying anything about it. And on InfoWars, Alex Jones made a good correlation between the fact that they have this YouTube video where someone who actually worked for the abortion industry or planned genocide, planned murderhood, you know, the parenthood operation, basically was undergoing an abortion, and she's you know, you can see the video, the video's out there, right, on the internet. And it's been out there for a while, but now it's gone more viral because it was picked up by some of the so-called libtards, the liberal media outlets, so-called, as what a wonderful thing, what an empowering thing. I mean, it is some psychobabble, it's so diabolical. Now that came out on the one hand, right? That came out on the one hand. So the writer for the UK, Guardian, basically said it's ironic that a lot of the feminists are about these little comfort sexism issues, but really don't speak on the real issue. I mean, human trafficking of boys and girls, not just in Africa, but around right here in the United States, the has been going on, and there's been such a media silence. Every once in a while, there's a story, or there's a celebrity, or there's someone in the public eyesight that tries to give it a little more attention. They give it a couple of seconds, minutes, maybe an interview or so, and then it drops off the radar while they sexualize our children. Right? Want to teach them about homosexuality before they even know their ABCs. Want to teach them to be homosexuals, right? Before they even know their ABCs. And ones cannot see the link. Most children know how to read or write, right? But they know a penis goes in the vagina, a penis goes in the bunghole. A mouth. They know these things. Right? They're easy to know these things. So I ask, is the bring back our girls a PsyOps issue? And how does it connect with the fact that black boys, Nigerian boys, have been shot dead, just killed, just murdered, just genocided, right? You can say. And there's been no outrage. And then we have Angela Jolie, who gets on the media platform and seeks to make this a feminine issue, right? It's about men. Men are doing this. Men. No talk that this Boko Haram is an Islamist group, right, who believe in Sharia law, Sharia law, right? They believe in that. And they believe in the Quran, right? The holy book of their prophet Muhammad. And they read it and interpret it according to what's written there and say it's a law. Even the guy in the Shakal guy, from Boko Haram leader in his video, and he speaks some English and they have subtitles on it. He basically tells you that Allah told him to sell the girls. You thought that maybe she would say something about what kind of Islam is this? No, she says, I'm speaking about Angela Jolie, even though we have the First Lady, Mrs. Obama on the screen, just to connect that with the Bring Back Our Girls. She basically says that this is a men thing. Men are doing this. Men, evil men. Now you see more of the feminists now using this. Everybody doing their little hashtags, putting on their sad faces, right? Pulling at our heartstrings, our emotions. Oh, the poor girls. But what about the boys? What about the boys? I mean, what did Obama even say? Obama said, I got 2 girls, I know how this can be. You see, so people are responding to this. Psyche, psycho, suke means soul, right? It means one's mind state, one's emotional state, right? So this is a PsyOps. To bring back our girls is a very extremely, right, clever and opportune PsyOps. It's like who's playing baseball or something like that, baseball. This is like a home run. This is like bases loaded, right? Bases loaded, home run. I mean, not just off or over the wall and everything. This is out of the stadium. This is out of the stadium. Now we got the African males. What the African males up to? I mean, look at this kind of nonsense right here. You see it in the Nollywood movies. The Nollywood movies tell you the real the situation, but this is about the black boys, right? This is about the black boys, right? Because the black boys become men, right? And if there's no concern about the loss of men's lives, then even the men, as you can see, basically in the present Nigeria situation, bring that other clip right here. Look over here, right? Here's your Nigerian men right there. disarmed, right? Just like lambs to the slaughter, right? Just like lamb. This is a bunch of ones that I think Boko Haram had captured or whatnot. I guess they probably just killed them too. You understand? They probably just killed them. I mean, after all, the men were raised, right, from being boys. Remember, it's the same COINTELPRO. It's the same diabolical, satanistic strategy. It's the same thing. This is why when you look at the Illuminati thing, the eagle has like two heads, right? One head looking the one way, the next head looking the next way, but it's one bird, right? It is still one bird. And how do they get in this situation? Well, here's one level, gun-free zone. In case of emergency, call 911. Then crawl to the nearest exit. If help is delayed in arriving, kiss your sorry ass or your defenseless butt goodbye. And here's what we see right here. You want to see it one more time? See the connection right here? Gun-free zone. Right? They can't defend themselves. They've been educated. They've been bred. They've been led and bred, right? By fake education, fake Christianity, fake everything. They've been led and bred as lambs to the slaughter, right? And when the men folk are killed, right? When the little boys are killed, the same thing goes on over here. In fact, most of the Africans, whether they like or overtly, like black people or not in America, most of them are trying to be like African Americans, at least successful African American, the celebrity African Americans. So they can talk their garbage. That's why Africa's in the situation that it's in today, right? Because really we are the head, right? But we're running around like a chicken with his head cut off, thinking that this is the issue. This whole issue basically is about natural resources. You see, the rightful owners of Africa, the so-called African Americans, they're hoodwinked and bamboozled, right? They're chanting Obama, 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 right? And Obama has a white mama. Now people say, oh, why are you going to go there? Why are you going to say that? Because I really don't think he feels what we feel on a deeper level. I know he doesn't feel what we feel. Right? Otherwise, he could have said something about when they massacred the black boys, because after all, he was a black boy, right? Wasn't he? If they massacred him, then anyway, that's the ego. Go back right there. Go back. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. It's a double-headed, right? It's a double-headed agenda, a double-headed strategy right there. You understand? Double-headed, but it's still one bird. You still see two wings, Republican or Democrat, right? Liberal or conservative. You can even put the black-white thing into that as well, right? Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. That's what's going on right here. While folks are trying to play a sort of a black monopoly, right? Black monopoly. I'm rich, bitch. Remember Chappelle? Oh, Dave Chappelle. God bless you. God bless you, bro. But these sort of things have happened elsewhere, right? Notice it's mostly black males right here. You remember that Atlanta? The whole thing that happened in Atlanta? The murders in Atlanta? Right? People forget about that, right? People forget about that. Because after all, blackmail is a crime, right? Isn't blackmail a crime? Right? So what is it like if you happen to be a black male? Now we can go through this as well. There's some more. Each one of these has a whole story behind it, right? Each one of these has a story behind it. But we want to leave you with this right here, a little Bob, right? Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Bob Marley. Consequently, vis-a-vis, none but yourself can keep you enslaved.